Moroni did not say that he was an angel. He said that at one time he had lived on Earth, but that now he came from the Pleiades star cluster.
Whoa!
Okay, wait.
Yeah! Woo-woo!
Okay.
This is better than wokeism. This is better than Calvinism. This is better than Protestantism. This is better than the Athanasian Creed. And this is, outside of Mormonism, this is closer to the kindness, the loveliness, and the real personal interrelationship of our anthropomorphic God that the first to third century Christians actually enjoyed with Jesus Christ than any one of the creedal faiths.
Okay, so instead of saying like we're spiritual beings having a human experience, right? We've all heard that. I'm now saying I'm an alien and I've hijacked this earthly body through interbreeding.
We just watched Ancient Aliens do a segment on our church that was more accurate than Allie Beth Stuckey with Lynn Wilder.
Oh. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Midnight Mormons. I'm your host, Cardinellis, and today I'm joined in the studio by Kwaku L and Brad Whitbeck, as well as Brittany the Shadow. And today we are going to do a little bit of a debunking here. This is going to be a little bit of a fun debunking, though, because we hold no animosity for these people, and we don't view them necessarily as anti-Mormon, but they got a lot of the story wrong, but in a very awesome way.
Probably in the best way I've ever seen.
Yes, in the best way you've ever seen.
It's fantastic.
Who we are referencing is Ancient Aliens and
I love
the
them.
origins of Mormonism.
I want to hang out with that guy so bad.
I know. I mean, there were some flaws in the narrative here, but let me tell you, I want to be this man's friend. I want to go camping with him, and I want to see how he got this. You know what I'm saying? From the Pleiades. So we're just going to start right here from the very beginning of the video, and we're going to do a little reaction, and we're going to see where Ancient Aliens went wrong. Roll tape.
Manchester, New York.
By the way, can a boring backwater town anywhere not sound cooler than when you put the THX subsonic compressions behind it? Like you could say Springville, Utah, you know?
September 21st, 1823. Yeah. As he settles into bed, a 17-year-old farmhand named Joseph Smith begins to say his prayers.
Wait, how old? 17. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Suddenly, without warning, an overpowering light envelops his room, and a robed figure appears. According to Smith's account, not only was his robe exceedingly white, but his whole person was glorious beyond description.
Okay, my first thought here, I'm sorry to interrupt this video, we'll let it go, but whoever directed this needs to do our next Temple Visitor Center video. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be a little bit more ill.
I want a Michael Bay Joseph Smith movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Honestly, I'm hooked. Keep going.
You're hooked? Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
Speaking from the center of the light, the angel, whose name is Moroni, sends Smith on a quest for several sacred texts hidden near a local tree.
Okay, a quest?
Sounds really cool.
This is awesome.
So far,
dude.
they're making this sound cooler than we do.
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
This is what they should replace the like first lesson that missionaries give with. Just like, yeah,
Like
quest.
Zelda.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, and the other thing too is, you know how when we were reading in Saints, how now we say, oh, I took out my endowments, like you were getting a library card.
Yeah.
But when you look at the original text, it was called the endowment of power in the temple. I was like, I want to be like, I'm going to go get my endowment of power in my
Sounds
quest.
way cooler.
Yeah, it sounds so much cooler. So, all right, let's keep on going.
Joseph Smith's quest.
Here we go.
Near a local tree.
Upon locating the tree,
That's the Sacred Grove. Well, I mean, sorry, not the Sacred Grove, but like that literally looks like stock footage of a tree in the middle of Nebraska, not necessarily upstate New York, but we'll just roll with
It
it.
looks like Lion King.
Yeah.
I think they're going for let it play.
Joseph dug and indeed found the text.
Yeah,
But they recorded a language which he could not read. A second visitation from Moroni told Joseph Smith where he could find
Moroni?
That's
like the movie Holes.
So that's clearly a guy who has like just not talked to people who have it, but he's read it enough times, right? He's read that name.
It's like when Donald Trump got up at that one religious university and tried to convince them all, you know, you may not have known this, but I'm a big Presbyterian. Like, my family's Presbyterian. With that said, in 2 Corinthians, you know, and he totally mispronounces 2 Corinthians, you know? You're not convincing us you're a Presbyterian when you're doing that. So wait, I want to go back to this. We got to see this. This is amazing.
Joseph Smith where he could find what we might call a device of some kind that would allow him to read the text.
Joseph Smith was given this translating stone, the Urim and the Thummim, with which...
Yeah.
Now, I think that, to be fair, is
a valid
pronunciation.
No, I get that's a valid pronunciation, but it's really funny to hear it that way, and you know he's not getting the colloquial, like he's not getting the colloquial.
He did not get this from LDS people.
Yeah, this is not, you know, like from Richard Bushman.
Also,
you know,
Urim and Thummim sounds better than Urim and Thummim.
I know
It does.
We're not mocking these people. Maybe we got something
This
to learn.
is the sacred Urim. Oh
yeah,
That sounds
dude.
cool.
I'm a little bit disappointed though. In previous episodes, he has a lot more gel in his hair. You know what I'm saying?
He looks more handsome here.
He does. What happened?
I don't know. We'll check it out. So I want to hear that pronunciation. It was pretty awesome.
translating stone, the Urim and the Thummim, with which he was able to not only write down this text, but also to be able to translate it.
He then translated the texts into English, which become the Book of Mormon. And it depicts, among other things, that after Jesus ascended into heaven, he came to the Americas and ministered to the native peoples here.
Dang right.
To convert them to his way of life. And that at some point, the texts that become the Book of Mormon are deposited here. So,
well, God wasn't trying to convert them to his way of life. He was trying to give them salvation, which actually I guess you could say is converting into his kind of way of life, couldn't you?
But I'm serious. This is like the most
awesome,
faithful, like believing that Joseph Smith actually met somebody. This, I haven't heard this in another perspective. They always say he made it up. This one is like, okay, so this Moroni showed up from the sky, and they're going with it.
Yeah, I don't want to even put debunking in the thumbnail because it's too combative. I love this.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
This is great.
Dude.
They're taking him at his word.
It's like tomatoes.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
This is awesome. Okay, here we go.
that Joseph Smith could find them.
7 years later, Smith publishes these texts as part of the Book of Mormon, establishing the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, a denomination with more than 15 million followers today. Many religions worldwide have been founded with the help of angels. Whether they're representatives of Christian, Muslim, or Buddhist gods, these apparitions are thought to be a way the gods intervene on Earth with humans. But ancient astronaut theorists suggest that sometimes these heavenly visions and apparitions may not actually be angels sent by an omniscient God.
Yeah.
I just think this is a really interesting take that they're going into right now. It's like kind of what you said, Brittany, that they're just translating it into the language that they speak and understand. They're like, angels equal aliens. This is super cool.
That's actually really interesting, that the gospel must be spoken to every man in his own tongue, and it will ultimately be translated to every man in his own tongue. So maybe the History Channel is really just evangelizing the ancient alien crowd.
I'm teaching our kids that it's alien Moroni. That's what I'm doing.
It's way more fun that way.
Yeah.
That is so epic. I'm loving it. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what the angels that also helped form many of the other angelic Abrahamic, shall we say, religions had to do with Mormonism.
And curiously, the so-called angel that led Joseph Smith to the sacred texts that would become the Book of Mormon did not profess to have heavenly origins, but claimed to be from another part of the universe.
Whoa.
Now,
Wait, what?
Let him finish. Let's see where he goes with this.
Okay, let's see. Hold on.
Moroni did not say that he was an angel. He said that at one time he had lived on Earth, but that now he came from the Pleiades star cluster.
Whoa!
Okay, wait.
Yeah! Woo-woo!
Okay.
Did he ever say that?
Not in scripture.
Wait, is there some apocryphal source?
No. Okay, here's what I think is happening here. So if you have two people come up to your door and knock on your door and they're going to try to tell you about the word of God, who's it going to be?
Us or Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yes. We get mistaken with Jehovah's Witnesses a lot. I was looking into this, trying to figure out how on earth they got the Pleiades out of here. There's two things that show up. Number one,
Okay.
people who are in this ancient alien set group often talk about the people from the Pleiades being dressed in a similar way to how Moroni shows up.
Okay.
And then second, Charles Taze Russell, who started the Jehovah's Witnesses,
Okay.
he may have claimed that Jesus came from the Pleiades.
Really?
Yeah. So, and just from what I've seen on the internet, maybe I'm misrepresenting them, but I wonder if this guy saw that on the internet, ended up conflating it with what LDS theology has, and then says, yeah, Moroni said he was from the Pleiades.
Hey, does your boy L. Ron Hubbard say anything, Kwaku?
Well,
About the Pleiades, or is that what you're looking up?
no. So it's funny. I'm looking this up right now because this brings you back to the whole Moroni is an ascended master thing.
Oh.
And in Ascended Master thought, there are a group of aliens that are sometimes referred to as the Nordics, sometimes called the Aryans, and they wear white robes and have glowing white hair, and they come from space. And sometimes I just wonder if all of these things are connected.
Or maybe Men in Black. Didn't the aliens
No.
in Men in Black with Will Smith come from the Pleiades? Oh, wait, no, that was Orion's Belt, right?
No. The Men in Black
Oh.
are the men in the hat.
What?
The shadow people in the hat
I
that Aaron Rodgers keeps saying.
I didn't know that.
You don't know about this, Gordon?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That'll be another episode.
No, yeah, that's the whole thing. But the point, but basically what I'm saying is,
Okay.
perhaps Ascended Master equals Moroni equals Nordics equals angels.
I really hope, like, I want to find out where they found the Pleiades thing and where that came from.
Are you
what
going to
it was.
start teaching our kids that too? It's Moroni from space with the Nordic gods in awesome robes.
I mean,
Yeah.
Sounds pretty awesome.
spices up our religion.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, the vision of Ezekiel. There's angels on freaking flying chariots with spinning wheels of fire.
Oh, that's true.
This is all alien. It's
Yeah,
all
true.
alien.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's definitely one way you could understand it, yeah.
this is a good segue into our next one with Joseph Smith and Edgar Casey. I'm really excited about that one.
Oh, yeah,
sweet.
we're going to have to do that one. It's going to be pretty cool. Okay, well, let's finish this
Finish
one up.
the thing,
We're
yeah.
almost done. We're almost done.
And he said there were many others like him. These extraterrestrials.
In a hoodie.
That's a cool
This is
shot.
stock footage of him in a hoodie. I hate to say it, but the editor forgot to get rid of the little latch right there.
I
But
like
okay.
it. Keep going.
Okay.
May be giving these messages to world leaders and to prophets and seers and mystics to let us know that we are the product of an extraterrestrial interbreeding and an ongoing contact with these other people who were not born on Earth. And we have lost touch with that history only because we refuse to believe the truth that is recorded in our historical books and see what's right in front of our faces, even now with the encounters that are happening in the modern world.
Solid. He's right.
Dude, I was going to say.
He's right.
Dude,
That kind of fits, yeah.
you know what? It's not the way I would phrase it, but let me tell you, him saying that we've lost contact with our history and we refuse to recognize we have a different word for it, but divinity. I don't necessarily know if this is ancient aliens. Like, who's the guy that
Eric von Daniken.
Eric von
I
Daniken
love
that
him.
wrote
He's a
the
good
Chariots of the Gods, right?
Really good book.
Okay, so I'm not saying it's the whole Chariots of the Gods thing. Haven't
I
read
am.
the book. You are. You're like, yeah.
Do you know what's crazy?
But no,
Oh, yeah.
but
Finish.
this guy right here, his message, though in a slightly different verbiage than I would have, was a plea to humanity to recognize its divinity. This is better than wokeism. This is better than Calvinism. This is better than Protestantism. This is better than the Athanasian Creed. And this is outside of Mormonism. This is closer to the kindness, the loveliness, and the real personal interrelationship of our anthropomorphic God that the 1st to 3rd century Christians actually enjoyed with Jesus Christ than any one of the creedal faiths. Any one of the creedal faiths.
Okay, so instead of saying like we're spiritual beings having a human experience, right? We've all heard that. I'm now saying I'm an alien and I've hijacked this earthly body through interbreeding. And that's where I come from.
I know you're being funny.
Yeah.
It's called a starseed. It's an entire school of thought about it.
There is a school of thought about it.
I am a starseed.
Read a Rebecca Campbell book.
No,
Starseed.
it's not a whole school of thought. It just goes back to Darwinian knowledge that life cannot spring forth from non-life. Therefore, no matter how you explain evolution, you have to explain the point from which life started.
You're doing that thing where you're thinking, no, quick, you can't mean that. I mean exactly what I said.
No, Carden, do you know what's funny here is we just watched Ancient Aliens do a segment on our church that was more accurate than Ali Beth Stuckey with Lynn Wilder.
Oh, that is a supreme indictment, but true.
Oh, you know why though? It's because these guys come from like I just watched this guy's. His name's David Hillcock, I believe. He did this really, really cool movie. Gosh, I love these guys are really talented. And they're come from like the Gaia background. So they're rejected by mainstream scientists. They're not funded by politicians. They're their own thing. Ellie Beth Stuckey is getting money from like the same people that supported Mike Huckabee. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. I wasn't getting money, but it's like that kind of people. Yeah. They have the political. These people
actually care about learning.
Yeah. They're the nerds that were given 4K cameras and like subscriptions to cool like art grid stuff. And they're like, all right. Let's have a day. Maroney and the Pleiades. Like that's and that's what I like. It's cool.
They've got it in a completely different way than we would say it. But they've got the majority of it there, Carden, like you were saying.
I want to hang with these people.
Me too.
I want to hang with these
guys
people.
are awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I subscribe to Gaia. I watch a lot of their content. It's really, really good.
Oh, really? I've gotten ads for that, but I've never
It's really good. I really like it.
Really? Is that where this whole ice wall, 7 different flat disk planet?
No, okay. So a lot of the stuff I reference, let's just be clear. A lot of it comes from it was popularized in the late 19th century, early 20th century. So Edgar Casey, Blavatsky, Guy Ballard, all this stuff, and then had another resurgence in the 70s and stuff with Claire Prophet and L. Ron Hubbard and Joshua David Stone, and now it's coming back. So it goes but up, and it comes back, and now we're having the third coming of the New Age. Okay. Let me tell you, you ain't seen an insurrection yet. I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh,
we got your address.
How could we end this without?
Yeah.
Pastor Greg Locke.
This is Midnight Strike Through Mormons. See you in the next program. Hey guys, this is Carden Ellis. I'm the creator of Midnight Mormons. Thank you so much for watching this video. We know in an attention economy, you could be spending your time elsewhere, but you chose to spend it here with us. For that, we are grateful. Before you go to the next video, please make sure that you hit the like button. It tells the algorithms that you like our content, and it will hopefully recommend more content in the future. Also, if you can, subscribe to our channel. It's a great way to be alerted of more content we make. And if you press that bell icon next to the subscribe button, you'll be alerted on every video we make. We put a lot of hard work into these, and we want you to see all of our videos, so please subscribe. Also, if you would like to contribute, if you're feeling generous, please consider a contribution to the channel through Venmo. We also have contributions that you can give us through PayPal. There will be links in the description of this video to both of those platforms. If you're a giving person that prefers working through Amazon, we also have an Amazon wish list. Much of the equipment that you see in our studio is purchased through Amazon, and we're grateful if you could contribute that way. Also, somewhere around like here, I'd say, and somewhere around like right here is going to be a recommendation for more of our content that you might like. So please click on another video and we'll see you there. Either way, we're glad to have you here. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is Midnight Strike Through Mormons. We will see you in the next video.